guys, it's Annika. Welcome to my Chonica. Ew, I just did the thing that Manny MUA does where he like laughs after. I didn't mean to, I swear to God. It was like an actual laugh, like it wasn't a fake laugh. Today I'm going to be doing another makeup tutorial, as this is literally the only video I know how to make and the only video that people like to see. Today I'm going to be doing it with a really requested palette, actually. Lots of people have been asking me to do a tutorial on this. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Lots of people say Tartelette in the Bloom, but it's Tartelette in Bloom. Literally, it's not going to focus, but it literally says that. Anyways, so today I decided that I wanted to do something different, but like I've kind of done everything, and like this palette is very natural, of course, so it's kind of hard to do something different with this. I decided that I'm going to do like a pink toned smoky eye. What is in my hair? When it was literally a crumb. When I'm literally fat. Okay, I'm going to be taking some Scotch tape. I haven't done this in a while, but this is one of my favorite tricks. I'm going to be like putting this along my eye so that when I do my eyeshadow and like peel it off, it'll have like a sharp edge. This is like gift wrapping tape because I'm bougie as fuck. I'm going to be using the LORAC Behind the Scenes eye primer. I got this with my like first LORAC palette like in 2015, so it's probably crusty and old. I just haven't used it in so long. I remember like liking it. Like it's not bad. I don't know if they sell it separately, but I wouldn't like go out and buy it. Like it's nothing to write home about, but it's like fine. It's kind of like your Rebound, basically. Like she's cute, she's fine, she works, but you're not gonna marry her. My forehead is looking especially big today. I'm kind of loving it, you know? I love it when my forehead looks big. Love getting those comments. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this shade Flower Child, which is this kind of like light nude shade, and I'm going to go in with gonna be going into this Kylie brush that came with the Royal Peach palette. I'm gonna be putting this just to kind of set the eye primer. I don't use this palette too often just because it's so neutral, and I don't know, I just feel like I have a lot of other neutral palettes that I reach for over this, but this palette does have a lot of good colors. Like it kind of has everything that you need. So if this is like your first palette, like I would be pretty chill with this as my first palette because this is like a quality palette. It kind of has everything you need. Like if you're like kind of a minimalist with your makeup collection and you just dropped the brush. If you're kind of a minimalist with your makeup collection and you don't want to buy like 60 palettes, like this is a good starter. You maybe want to buy like a colorful one, but this is like a good place to start. I'm gonna take the shade Sweetheart, which is this one right here. This is kind of like a really light pink. This is one of my favorite colors in this palette. I think it's so pretty. And I'm just putting this into my crease, kind of as my first transition. Not like the other one was my transition shade, but like this is kind of like the first color that I'm putting down. There's nothing to talk about. I'm so tired. Like honestly, school this week has been crazy. I don't even know, like, girl, I feel like I've been going non-stop. Probably because I went to school every single day this week, because that's something weird for me. Like I never go to school, which is really bad, but it's okay. So now that is in our crease, we're gonna go into the shade Rebel, which is this shade right next to it. It's kind of a darker kind of brown shade. It has a little bit of pink in it, but kind of focusing this on the outer half of my eye and kind of making a V, kind of smudging it on that outer half of my eye, not like going directly in there with the color. But now I'm going to be taking the shade Leader, which is this kind of dark purple shade, putting this kind of right along the tape and blending it out. Why am I such a beauty guru? Like literally why? Like tell me this. Okay, this palette smells really good and it kind of smells like chocolate, so I kind of want to know if it tastes like chocolate, but I'm kind of scared. It's hard to move my eyes because like, but I kind of want to taste it. I think I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna taste like the matte white shade. I'm getting like this much on. Like it actively smells like chocolate. No, I'm so scarred. I feel personally offended, Tarte. You think you can like put on a front. You think that you can try and be Too-Faced, but you're not, and you'll never be as good. I'm just kidding, Tarte. If you want to send me makeup, send it to me. I love your products, love your lipsticks, love your blushes, love your highlighters. Send me makeup. As you can see, I'm just kind of making it darker on the outer V, and once we take this tape off, it's gonna look sick as fuck. Now I'm going to go in with Activist, which is almost black, but it's more of a brown, which is this right here. And I'm going to be very lightly taking that on my brush, tapping it off, and then going right along the tape. Rihanna actually uses this color to fill in her eyebrows. I mean, it's kind of weird. Rihanna has like blonde hair almost. She's like dirty blonde hair, and her eyebrows are like almost black, which is weird. What the fuck's wrong with you, Rihanna? Just kill yourself. Okay, so now I'm just going to take like this Quivange brush. It's dirty, but I'm just going to like blend it all together. Give it one quick little blend. I'm going to be taking the shade Funny Girl, which is my favorite color in this whole palette. Like one swatch, Do you see that? That was like one finger swatch. Sorry, this one doesn't have a nail. It's beautiful. It's such a pretty color. And I'm going to be taking some Max Fix Plus, not because it isn't pigmented, but literally because I want it to be even more fucking pigmented than it already fucking is. So I'm trash, and I'm going to spray it. Oh, wait. Fuck. I always do that. I always spray it before. Why haven't I killed myself yet? I'm gonna go in with the shade Funny Girl. I'm gonna spray it with some Fix Plus. Oh my god, I just fucking nut. Oh my god, wait. And since there's like a harsh edge, I'm kind of blending this, you know. Did you guys know that the first time I found out women could like squirt or like nut was from Trisha Paytas when I was in 5th grade? Yep, I watched Trisha Paytas when I was in 5th grade. That was in 2013, I think, yeah. Oh my god, that's an even better representation. When I said this was gonna be a pink smoky eye, but this is literally not pink, even though I used pink colors. Oh my god, that's so fucking nice. Isn't that beautiful? I fucking love it when that happens. Fuck me up. Fuck it up. You know what's kind of weird? Oh my god, that one's even prettier. You know what's kind of weird? The term fuck it up could be used like you're really fucking this up. You're messing it up. Or like, yes bitch, fuck it up. I feel like that's weird. Okay, so now I'm going to be going on to primer. I actually really like this primer. I used to not wear face primer. I honestly used to think that it didn't make a difference to your face. But what I really like about this is like it's a tacky primer. I'm going to be going into this in my March favorites, which I'm filming today, along with the birthday haul. Yep, bitch. Yep, bitch, it's coming. I feel like I talk a lot more during my face makeup part, but like not during my eye makeup because I'm just focusing so much. Anyways, I really want to get ditched down. If you want to be, I don't know the words. I really like you. I really like this primer. I think my meds have worn off. Like, that's why I'm like this. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. I'm in the shade 110, which I'm pretty sure it's the lightest shade. And I'm actually kind of happy because it's starting to get too light for me, and I've just never been more proud of myself. I really want a mixing plate because I hate mixing stuff on my hand, but like, I don't know, I'm like so broke. And like, she says that as she buys like 6 highlighters every day, but like, so I'm using my Real Techniques beauty sponge, which is definitely not wet enough, but girl, my bathroom's all the way over there. I don't want to. I'm trying to get this really close to my hairline because honestly, like my forehead, since it like absorbs so much of the sun's light, it's so much tanner than the rest of my face. I hate the Maybelline like Fit Me foundation packaging. That was way too much. Just because like I hate having things that don't have a pump or aren't. I don't really like things in a squeezy tube, TBH, because I like to stand all my foundations up. Now that we are done with the foundations, we're going to move on to the concealer. I hate to say it, but I really like the Tarte Shape Tape. And I know what you're thinking, like, Annika, why do you hate to say that? I just hate to, like, fall into, like, basic beauty guru status, you know? I don't know if I like it more than my Kat Von D. I might, honestly. I think I'm committing a sin by saying that. I just feel like my whole life is a lie. Also, like, I really, like, with all my might, I've never felt this way. Like, when I say that I don't like the Makeup Forever foundation, it's not because it's hyped up and I don't want to fall into the hype. I'm not a contrarian. It's just, for some reason, this was so hyped up that I just didn't want to try it. Because if it didn't live up to my expectations, then I was going to be unhappy because it was supposedly the best concealer ever. And that's why it took me so long. My camera's gonna die. If it does, I'll like finish up my concealer and then but yeah, I definitely bought a shade that's way too light for me. Like, do you fucking see this? I would say that it's pretty full coverage. I'm gonna do a layer of my Kat Von D just because I fucking can, because it's my damn face. I don't know why I put some on my forehead because my forehead is fine. I mean, apart from the fact that it's so fucking large, but oh my god, so I had someone comment on one of my videos the other day, you remind me of Megamind. And I'm like, oh my god, girl, I know. It's like a running joke. Like, my spam picture used to be a picture of Megamind, and I edited my face onto his head. And like, I don't know, it used to be like a running joke that I looked so much like Megamind because my forehead is so large. Speaking of my spam, I love you guys. I love you all, but don't request it. Like, if you find it, that's chill. I'm not gonna accept you. Like, I love you. It's for close friends. And that's because I share so much of my personal information on there. And, you know, I feel uncomfortable putting it out there for viewers, and I don't want to accept anyone because once I accept someone, then I'm gonna have to accept you all because I'm gonna feel too bad. I don't like making a choice. I'm going to set with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I really want to do like a full face, like the Ride or Die tag, I think that's what it's called, where I just do like a full face of all of my favorite product. I feel like that would just be everything, and I'm gonna just set my whole face with this. What kind of Rari? 458. Yeah! All of these They hate. To bronze, I'm going to be using a bronzer that I don't use enough. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild MegaGlo contouring palette. This is in the shade Dulce de Leche. Looks like this. It's just kind of half powder, half contour. I really like the bronzer color, actually. I think it's a really nice color. These are really, really creamy, in my opinion. I think they're super pretty. I'm going to be taking my Sephora Pro 54 Multitasker blush brush. I'm going to be taking the contour shade, and of course, I'm going to be contouring. I just think this is so pigmented, and it's so cute. Cute? I mean, I guess it is cute. I mean, it's not like cute, like not Too Faced cute, like you wish. I meant to say inexpensive. I don't know why I said cute. I wonder what I was thinking about that made me want to say cute. Honestly, like, I don't know myself. Like, I don't know anything about myself. Like, people know me more than I know myself. I don't know. I'm better at figuring other people out, and I'm just kind of brushing this all over. Almost not like directly going in with my brush, but I'm taking what's left on my brush and I'm kind of dusting that on my face, just because I'm looking a little bit pale. I need to get my nails done. I'm gonna try and get them done where Sasha gets hers done, because hers like never ever fall off. Mine always do, but she might just be like more careful with hers. I'm actually gonna take this Real Techniques setting brush and I'm gonna be contouring my nose. I don't like my nose. Why do I lick everything? I just thought that it smelled like chocolate, but it doesn't. Okay, now for blush. I'm not quite sure what blush I want to use. I think I want to do this. This is the LORAC Baked Blush-n-Brighten in the shade Tropic Hues. I found this in a dumpster. I want to do a full video on like a full face using only dumpster products, so like only things that I found in a dumpster. I feel like that would be sick. Haven't gone dumpster diving in a while. If you guys might know, but like I got caught last time and it was like pretty scary, and I just decided that I wanted to wait a little bit. So next time I go, I will like film whatever, but if I don't go soon, if I don't film that like soon, it's because I just haven't gone. It's not because I'm like totally neglecting the idea and I don't want to do it, whatever. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and then I'm gonna be right back. So yeah. Okay, so I just filled in my eyebrows using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. I don't think I've ever told you guys what my shade is. I'm in the shade Medium Brown. Just wanted to say this again. The Brow Wiz is going on sale on April 8th for one day only in stores and online at Ulta.com or Ulta the store. So I recommend that you go get one if you've been wanting to try it out. It's going to be $10.50. And so I'm definitely buying 2 backups. For mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And girl, you know what I'm going to pair this with. Can you guess? I'm going to be pairing it with the Maybelline Lash Sensational, if you didn't know, if you're new here. So I have a little story time. So today, we had buddies, and at my school, I'm in 8th grade, so my school is pre-K through 8th, and I have a little pre-K buddy. Her name is Aaliyah. She's the cutest little thing. I love her so much. Like, I love her more than I would love my own fucking child. Like, I love her more than my Jeffree Star highlighter. I'm not even related to her. Anyways, we have like reading buddies, so we like read to them. But today, since like the schedule is really weird, since like a bunch of people are on a trip, we got to spend 2 periods, so an hour and a half with them instead of just 45 minutes. So we read to them for 45 minutes and then we played with them for the other 45 minutes. And while we were playing, we played with these like little magnetic squares, which I used to be obsessed with when I was a kid. I'll put a picture like somewhere around here. I used to be ride or die obsessed with them. I still like low-key am. And there's this one pre-K'er who thinks that he's the shit. He's so smart. He like knows how to count to 100 and he's 3. Girl, I was so slow when I was a kid. Granted, I'm like smarter now, but regardless, he was using all of the squares. So like all that were left for us to use were triangles, and you can't make a sustainable house, sturdy house, using just triangles. We needed squares too. And I was like, hey Aaron, do you think that we could use some squares? And he was like, no, they're my squares. And Aaliyah was like, Aaron, be nice, Annika's a guest. And I was like, oh my god, I love this child so much. In the end, like, we didn't get any fucking squares, and I wanted to fucking rip this kid's head off, but he was getting into an argument with Corey about whether or not wasabi was a type of sushi, and Corey's like, I'm Japanese, I would know, and she was getting, like, really heated with this kid. Like, they were in a hardcore fight. She was angry, he was angry. Like, it felt like I was a pre-K'er, and, like, this was just, like, normal, and I was, like, talking to one of my peers. My teachers always use the word peers, and it makes me cringe. That's my story time. Okay, I always forget to do my lower lash line, but I really kind of want to do it. I'm going to be taking the Morphe E36, and I'm going to be going back into the Tartelette in Bloom. I'm going to be taking the shade Leader, which is this kind of first dark color that we took. And I'm going to be running this underneath my lashes. Be careful when you're doing this because these are super pigmented, kid. Like, they are pigmented. That just looks so much better in my opinion. And now for the very last part, and then the video's finally fucking over, we're going to be doing Glow. This is the Jeffree Star highlighter in the shade Princess Cut. I am ride or die obsessed with this. Jesus fucking Christ. This is the most highlighty highlighter I have ever fucking used. Okay, are you ready for this? This is just like the normal amount that I would get on my brush. It just looks like that. It looks pretty normal. And then I'm just gonna go okay, hello. It's fucking everything. And from the front, you're like, oh, her face looks so fucking You fucking what, bitch? What were you about to say? Were you about to say that my face looks bland? Because, I don't fucking think so. Oh my god. I fucking love this highlighter so much. He isn't kidding when he calls it a skin frost. This is a glowy ass highlighter. And I'm so glad that there are highlighters like this on the market for my fellow, like, pop-in highlight is still natural. Like, this, I guess, is popping highlight to me. This is what popping highlight is. A natural highlight for me would be like the Mary Luminizer. So it's, like, still kind of intense, but, like, not really. And then nothing is like Essence Pure Nude, you know. Basically what I'm trying to say, my threshold for a popping highlighter is really high. So for this to exceed that is like crazy. And I'm just really happy that this exists and that this is a thing. Okay, so now for lips. Yes, I'm going to be doing a lipstick. I'm going to I know I'm kind of contradicting since I just used a Jeffree Star highlighter. I'm going to be using a Kylie lipstick. I'm going to be using the Kylie lip kit in the shade Dolce K. This was like one of the first ones that I bought. I think I bought Candy and Dolce at the same time. But I'm going to be lining my lips with the lip liner, and I'm going to be, you know, doing it with the lipstick. I'm going to be doing it with the lipstick. I really, really like her formula. I'd say Kylie has my favorite liquid lipsticks and my favorite lip pencils. And though I don't have any of her glosses, my friend does, and I tried one, and it is so nice, and I really want to get one. The lip pencils are so creamy, and they stay on all day, and the lipsticks do too. My camera just died, so I had to like charge it and everything, but I just finished putting on my lipstick, and I posted a few pictures on Snapchat, and everybody said that they really liked them. I posted one on Instagram, so let's see. Lots of people said that they were really excited for this video to go up, so I'm glad that this will be able to help someone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick, and keep on glowing. Bye.